All right, what do you got in the news department,
Well,
Max?
speaking of mailmen, the DEA is now getting assistance from the U.S. Postal Inspection Service regarding Matthew Perry's death. Because they're trying to find out how he got that ketamine. If it was mailed to him. And because it's now reported, like, he died from undergoing or doing all the ketamine, and then the drowning is actually a secondary factor in his death.
You know, there's a big problem with baths and jacuzzis, which is no one ever got a DUI in a jacuzzi. You know, you go to a jacuzzi to fucking get fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, you don't drink that Heineken Zero with Jackie Stewart in a jacuzzi. It'd be the worst jacuzzi run ever. By the time you make it to the jacuzzi, you're usually pretty fucked up because that's the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the party guests have left. You drank all the booze. You've done all the ketamine. You tried to rub one out to no avail.
Didn't do it.
And now it's time to just unwind in that jacuzzi. But you are pretty jacked up in that jacuzzi. And women are drinking their champagne and stuff. They end up, it's at the end of the night. No one goes for like an early morning sober jacuzzi.
Doesn't happen.
And they do a lot of alone jacuzzi time, you know? There needs to be, you know, with kids, they'll do that thing with the pool where they'll put the thing in there and it will sound the alarm if the water's agitated. So it's like when you're inside the house and the kid falls in the pool, the 2-year-old
I didn't know
mama
this
hears
was a
it.
thing. This is
Well, you're never going to own a pool.
I know,
so
that's
don't
why
worry
I've
about
never.
it.
Not my future.
They don't need it for above ground because the kid can't get up there. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So you're probably zero pool to above ground pool is where I have you. But either way, no problems. No problems. But no, they'll have a thing. So many kids have drowned in so many pools. And they'll have something, the device, that if mom is inside the kitchen and she's making pot roast and the sliding doors open and the kid toddles out and falls into the swimming pool, or the old dog falls into the swimming pool, an alarm will go off in the kitchen and then mama can run out and save the kid. And then they also have a device, as we know, where you take a contractor's table saw and fire up that 10-inch carbide blade and you put your fingertip on it and it just touches it and the electromagnetic whatever thing of the flesh, boom,
just shatters
breaks
the blade.
There needs to be a jacuzzi thing
I was thinking
where if it... Now, obviously, it's not going to work for rocking around.
I have an idea.
It's not going to work for ass skin, but forehead skin, eyeball skin, you know, like scalp. Hair fun. Like when your head hits it, that jacuzzi's got to drain out immediately. Boom. Yeah. Like that saw blade. Pow.
I was thinking, you know how on treadmills they have that little clip
lanyard.
You put on? Lanyard, and then it would stop the treadmill if it gets pulled out. They would have that jacuzzi, but it's like a nipple clamp or something. And then the second you go in, jacuzzi just drains.
The problem is by the time you get to the jacuzzi, you're so fucked up, you're not hooking yourself up to the nipple clamp. You know what I mean? It's gonna have to be automated. It's gonna be without you. You can't have to punch a code in or set an alarm or do anything because that's the whole point. You're jacked up and you're making bad decisions. I would treat it more like I don't know if it could detect like earwax or something or eyeball secretions something neck up, saliva or something, and it would just immediately drain out. Just boom, done. We'd have a lot of the Friends cast would still be alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway, so DA's working with Postal Service right now to see if he was mailed any ketamine.
Okay.
Apple Music. They just announced the 100 best albums of all time.
Oh, here we go.
Ready.
Prince of the first 85.
Woo!
Can I tell you, I finally found a guy who hated Prince as much as me, and I just about sucked his dick in the green room. I was backstage at a comedy club, and I found a guy who hated Prince, and I was like, oh my God.
That's all it takes.
Oh, my God. That's all it takes. I've never found anybody who hated Prince. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Prince is on there.
Ugh.
It's number 4 for Purple Rain.
No.
Yeah, so they released 10 at a time, but the top 10 was released today as we record this, and the top 3. I'll tell you the top 3.
It's all got to be affirmative action.
You don't have to put it up, Byron.
I don't even like it.
Take it off the screen. Number 3, Abbey Road.
All right, fine.
We're okay with that, Doss? You all right with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Number 2.
I think Let It Be was better, but go ahead.
Okay. Number 2, Thriller.
All right.
That's should be up there, right? Mm-hmm. Number 1. Do you have any guess what number 1 would be if I said Abbey Road, then Thriller? Or what do you think it should be? Because look, this is tough.
Well, can you put like Sgt. Pepper's or something? Can you go with another Beatles album?
I don't see why you couldn't.
Top?
They could pull a fastball and give us Dark Side of the Moon, but they wouldn't do that.
No, my problem is I have affirmative action in my head all the time, so I'm always thinking about a woman like Joni.
Well, they did Michael Jackson.
I smell ABBA.
They're not cool enough, even despite my earlier speech.
I will remind you that the creative director of music at Apple is your boy Zane.
Oh, I fucking argued with that retard at Simmons' house for 2 hours about the Beastie Boys and how much they suck.
Well, regardless, what do you think?
It's got to be something dumb like Joni Mitchell or something.
It is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill by Lauryn Hill.
Of course. Didn't I say affirmative action? I said affirmative action.
And people are very upset.
That guy's a fucking idiot.
Over Thrill. It's not just him. There are other people involved. And there's actually a round table with him and Maggie Rogers and Nile Rodgers. All the Rodgers.
He should have put his precious Beastie Boys up there.
I don't even see the Beastie Boys in the top 10. I'll just read you the top 10. Number 10, Lemonade by Beyonce. Number 9, Nevermind, Nirvana. Number 8, Back to Black, Amy Winehouse. Number 7, Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar. Number 6, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. Number 5 is Blonde by Frank Ocean. And number 4 is Purple Rain by Prince.
It's so funny that 3 of the 10 greatest albums of all time have been released in the last 7 years.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Listen. Every list has been corrupted by affirmative action. That's what I've said to everyone all the time.
Hip-hop is the most represented genre on Apple's list.
Oh, sucks. All right.
Soul and R&B are in second.
Does the band music from Big Pink line up on that list anywhere?
Byron, you can check that one because you have the whole list in front of you. Yeah, but anyway, so everybody just can't believe that Lauryn Hill knocked Thriller to the number 2 spot.
Yeah.
But
we got to get a chick. Be helpful if she was black. We'll put her on the list. People like us.
It does help. No, but at the same time.
By the way, he's a self-proclaimed music expert. These fucking idiots. We had a huge argument in Bill's living room for a long time over the Beastie Boys. And it was like, these guys are so into the Emperor's New Clothes that they don't even understand it. When I was like, the Beastie Boys suck. He was like, well, what? What's going on? He's looking at Bill going, Bill, who is this guy? How did he get in your house? And I was like, I don't like them. They suck, and they're musically suck, and they don't do anything. And he was like, what's going on here? Is this some kind of practical joke? Like, these guys live in such a weird bubble that if you ever said to them, I don't like Prince and I don't like the Beastie Boys, they don't even know what to make of it. It's not even they disagree with you.
I just saw on this list that a Taylor Swift record is better than Pet Sounds.
Oh.
We were just listening to some Pet Sounds yesterday with Gene Simmons.
Where is Pet Sounds? Oh, okay. Well, listen. Has Lauryn Hill's... Okay, is she influenced? Because the Beatles have... the Beach Boys have influenced everyone. Who's Lauryn Hill influenced? All right. Born to Run...
Number 22. Revolver, number
Pet
21.
Sounds. Pet Sounds should be...
Pet Sounds looked like it was number 20.
All right.
Okay, that's...
All right.
It's up there. The
Taylor
Chronic,
Swift.
number 19. And then Taylor Swift, 1989, at number 18.
Yeah. All right.
There's Joni Mitchell, 16.
All music, or 18, or is that, am I looking at the wrong? Oh, Joni Mitchell. Yeah, there she is. Look, here's the whole deal. Rap would be the easiest one to do. I couldn't do any of the other genres, but rap I could figure out. Listen, people parody rap and it sounds as good as rap. That's the problem with rap. Okay. It's dumb, too. It makes you dumb.
Speaking of rap, 50 Cent, He's selling a documentary to Netflix. I don't know if you know about the beef between Fiddy and Diddy.
I hear about it a lot.
I know. I find it more entertaining than Drake and is it Kendrick Lamar? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about white supremacy? Isn't that the real problem here, or is it black on black?
I don't know, but
There's a beef.
Fiddy's been hyping up his Diddy documentary for months, and it's being reported that Netflix bought it. And yeah, so and then did you see Cameron on CNN? It was on TMZ last night. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, how dare you question me?
I know.
About, he had a shot of like pink pussy juice or something, which was the greatest. You want to talk about a power move.
This is an incredible interview.
He's being interviewed. First off, I love it when guys wear sunglasses in an interview. It means they're all business. Number one, he's being interviewed asking what he knows about Diddy
and just like the whole hip hop industry and how they've been responding to Diddy, and he's like, I don't know Diddy.
Yeah,
why did you have me on here?
We should have vetted the guest. This is what segment producers are supposed to do. But then he takes a shot of like pink syrup.
It's called Pink Horsepower. It's a sex supplement. Pink Horsepower.
Sex supplement?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For the male libido.
Is it the codeine cough syrup? Because that's
syrup.
Okay. Is it the same stuff?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Come on, 2 cups.
Okay.
2 chains or whatever we got 2 of. I can do 2 cups, bro. That's right. And I do the scissor up. You know what I mean?
Let's watch some of it.
All right, let's watch.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
And he's just sick of the show.
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint. I'm just going off what Mace said. Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff.
What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people
Let's pause for a second. Now, I think we hold the rap community to a different standard. Because if somebody said to like Bryan Cranston on CNN, like he's being interviewed, and he's like, this man's being accused of rape and beating women. He's like, hold on, let me suck some of my Jesus juice out because I am going to fucking plow some bitch as soon as we're done with this interview. It would be, the earth would stop. It'd be like, can you believe he's talking about having sex with a woman?
You're right. Somehow this is totally okay with me.
It's totally okay. You want to talk about a cultural pass? There's no way some white dude could sit there and say, we're talking about a guy.
This is rap privilege.
Who rapes, rap privilege, who rapes and beats women, and you're talking about going out and getting laid. What'd he say? Smack some mud flaps or something?
I'm getting some cheek after this.
Some cheek, right.
Some cheeks.
Get some cheeks.
That's ass, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it is. Yeah, it must be. But anyway, you can play the rest of it because he goes into
No Puff.
a little bit more.
What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
Right.
Wow, and I'll be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
thanks.
Man, come on, man.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Where do you think he was? And what do you think he was going to talk about?
Right. Well, he did an interview afterwards saying he was really upset that all they wanted to do was talk about Diddy.
Oh, he thought they wanted to talk about his new album or something.
No, or just something positive that he's doing. So
what's Cameron do?
He's a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cameron, but
Cameron.
But it looks like Cameron.
Oh, okay. Oh, Cameron, and they do a capital R in there?
It's apostrophe Cam apostrophe Ron.
Oh, I got Cam and no apostrophes. That screwed me up. But he's drinking Pink Power Horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get some
That's
of that
not
over here.
syrup.
It's not syrup.
Okay.
That's Cameron's Bedroom Love 2.0 Pink Power Horse.
2.0.
And is it all? You think it's all just caffeine? Like, what do you put in stuff? It's like caffeine, monk fruit, sugar, pink dye number 7, and cornstarch,
and a little bit of balance in nature.
Well, I'm saying it's $25 for one little cup of that. Not cup. I mean, just like a little tiny jar. Ingredients: ginger, ginseng, turmeric, and natural flavors.
CLR. WD-40.
Yeah. Designed to empower man's sexual intimacy by helping to improve stamina and libido. With organic-based ingredients, you'll be receiving the best of all worlds.
That's like ginseng, right? I mean, it's just something you can get in a multivitamin, right?
These drugs are not intended to prevent, cure, or treat any disease.
Wow. All right. Well, he did a commercial for himself.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking it up. I bought 3.
What flap was he gonna hit? He was gonna hit a mud flap or ass crack?
You're gonna get some
cheeks. All right.
Anyway, it's a wonderful, wonderful interview. Let's see here. So Morgan Wallen. Remember, he threw off those chairs off that Nashville bar and got arrested.
Was it one chair? I think it was just one chair. Yeah. Okay.
Stupid media.
Yeah.
Including me. Well, he has a bar.
Oh, it says chairs in the media? I mean, in the article?
I don't know. I'd closed it.
It just threw one chair.
One chair, but it was a big, heavy chair.
Yeah.
The weight of 2 chairs or
could have
multiple
hurt
chairs.
somebody.
Yeah, definitely could have killed somebody. So, and he kind of has been known to get a little loose with his drinking. Maybe he should get the Heineken 0%.
Yeah, or the Pink Zero.
Well, he has a bar on Broadway on that big street, and the judge he wants to put a neon sign called Wallen's for Wallen's, and the judge said no, like you are not allowed to have your name on our street because of what you did. So that's his punishment. He, like everybody else, has their neon sign of what the bar. He can't have his name displayed.
I went to high school with a girl named Stacy Wallen, and he should sell it to her.
And then,
then she could put her name on it, and then he could buy it back.
I mean, it doesn't have to be Stacy. It could be any Wallen for the, but Stacy would be a good idea.
No, she'd put her last name up there. That's she wouldn't do Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have that clip of Dr. Morenz, Fauci's senior scientific advisor?
Yeah.
I want to play that because
it's not. It's a clip of James Comer reading. So, yeah, Fauci's senior advisor, Dr. Morenz. It's now being reported that he has been deleting emails.
And why would Fauci or any of those people delete emails? I don't get it. First off, aren't those our emails? I mean, you do kind of work for us, right? That is our property. But the Fauci, all you people that lit a candle to Fauci, all you people who never stopped worshiping under the cloak of Fauci, what is Fauci doing? Why are these guys deleting emails?
Right. So
that seems weird. He's the science, right? Just a man of science. Which is a science man, so his emails are probably a bunch of emails about science, right? Why would they be deleting that? But
science is subjective now. But so he's a top advisor for the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, and
Dr. Morenz,
and he deleted records critical to uncovering the origins of COVID-19
by
using a secret back channel to help Dr. Fauci and a federal grantee that funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan. And would help them evade
Is it peculiar that only Republicans want to know what happened with Fauci or COVID?
It is
more
weird how this
specifically?
turned into something so political.
There's zero interest, though. The Democrats were the ones who were telling us that this was a disease that ravaged the world and killed millions of people, and that you couldn't leave your house without a mask, and we needed to shut down the schools, and that this was a first-rate killer. Those are the ones who are spreading that message. Might they be interested in the origins of it, or who released it, or who was involved with it?
And why is that political?
It's political because they made it political. And they said anyone who looked into it or said it came from a lab was racist. So they did it, and they politicized it, and now there's no follow-up. There's no Democrat that's interested. The biggest event in the last 100 years in this country, and no Democrat is interested in the story. But we'll hear what this guy has to say. And by the way, if you're going to delete the emails, don't leave the one that says we're going to delete all the emails. That's the one. All right, there it is. It's funny.
I learned from our FOIA lady here how to make emails disappear.
That's his
after
email.
I am FOIA'd, but before the search starts. So I think we're all safe. Plus, I deleted most of those earlier emails after sending them to Gmail. We are all smart enough to know to never have smoking guns, and if we did, we wouldn't put them in emails. And if we found them, we would delete them.
Well, these are men of science who are trying to protect people using science. Why are they deleting all their emails?
Yeah.
But nobody's interested in this. CNN's got no interest. They want to get to the bottom of everything, except for they don't want to get to the bottom of the biggest story they reported on for the last 3 years. They're not interested.
No matter how much they don't want to report it, they're not going to be right. Like I don't
Well, as
understand.
I've said millions of times, when Dr. Drew would go, well, what's CNN doing now? I go, well, they're not here to report on themselves. They lied during COVID, and they protected all these people, and they protected the lab during COVID, and now you're asking CNN to report on them when they were lying? I don't think they're going to do that. And that's why we don't believe them.
Right.
So anyway, we're deleting tons of emails. What'd I tell everyone about Fauci? What'd I tell everyone about that guy?
What a fall from grace he has
Jesus
had.
fucking Christ. Not his fault. It's everyone else's fault for building him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when we did a Zoom interview with Henry Winkler, and behind Henry Winkler, he had a Fauci pillow.
Yes, that's right.
Saint Fauci.
That's
He had merch?
He had merch. He had candles. He had pillows. Everyone loved Fauci. And now all the people who loved him are completely silent over this, even though COVID was deadly, a killer, and the biggest story in their life. But now no interest.
Did you hear the latest thing that they're talking about too? Is that the 6 feet of space in between?
Yeah. Completely
It was
made
just
up.
Completely made up. No science
nothing.
behind it. Totally
Yeah.
arbitrary, and most likely put forward by Weingarten to close the schools because the schools aren't big enough to keep everybody 6 feet apart.
My kids, they built a new cafeteria and they would sit outside in the rain and eat their lunch outside. They wouldn't let them in the new cafeteria. All right. So people should be asking why there's an email talking about deleting tons of emails when your job is just you're a government official and you're interested in the science. Okay. Let me tell you something. If you want to look into it, the Fauci trajectory will be the same as the P. Diddy trajectory. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. It gets a little bit worse. I would yell this at Dr. Drew all the time. It'll get checked back in a year. It'll just keep getting worse because he was involved. All right.
Jeez.
Now listen. If you'd like me to not be a conspiracy theorist, then don't leave behind emails talking about destroying emails. Then that's a way to do that. All right, one more.
All right, so there's just a discussion online being had about kidney transplants because right now federal law bans organ sales in the U.S., but it's super hard to get a kidney transplant if you're in need of one. You get put on this waiting list, and unless somebody directly wants to give you a kidney, it's very unlikely you're going to really find one. The wait list is roughly 90,000 Americans.
Wow.
So people are saying, what if we gave people who donated a kidney a tax break, a $50,000 tax break? And so they're kind of discussing this now. And yeah, you get $10,000 a year for over 5 years for donating a kidney, and maybe we'll get some more kidneys.
Yeah. Listen, anything that's effective, why not? I don't get it. We do
Here's
a lot.
the problem with that.
We're playing
Okay.
God.
Problem with that is anybody who has taken really good care of their kidneys that are in the shape to donate to someone else and put in their body, most likely that is going to correspond to the level of care they have taken care of themselves financially. They're not going to have $50,000 of tax trouble. Me, I would totally take. Give me $50,000 of tax relief, but chances are my kidney ain't going to do shit for
Well,
you.
when I was 23, I was in great shape and poor. There's plenty of young.
If you get them young before the tax mistakes, yeah, I could see that could work.
Listen, I told David Crosby of Crosby, Stills and Nash, who's big into this, before he died, you donate on your driver's license, you get the sticker, you get out of your first moving violation. And he was like, I love that idea. I love it. He called me off the air and whatever, wanted to talk about it. I'm like, yeah, why not? And then people go, oh, people wouldn't go for that. I don't know. Then don't go for it, bitch. If you want to, we want to incentivize people to do stuff. Do we not? You know what I mean? Like, do you not know how human beings work? You know, on the street behind us, there's a big pile of garbage. There's always garbage out there. And it's all construction stuff. And I would tell the city guy, I met at Garagos' party, I told this story before. I said, look, just make the dump free and give out vouchers. You get a 12-pack of Tecate and have the guy hand it out at the fucking Home Depot and Van Nuys, and people won't throw shit in the street. And he's like, yeah, that might work. And then it never happened. You have to get people to do what you want them to do. And doing the right thing, because it's the right thing to do, that's off the table.
We're not capable.
That's in the rearview mirror.
Donuts if you got the jab.
Yeah, de Blasio was like, you guys like French fries? You like curly, you like crinkly fries? Have some French fries. If you take this experimental vaccine, you can get 89 cents worth of empty carbs.
I could have got donuts.
You could have got a cheeseburger.
Bullshit.
Yep.
You could have got some French fries. Yeah, all you had to do is get a vaccine you probably didn't need. That's all you had to do. And you get French fries and a cheeseburger. And de Blasio. We need to do an entire retrospective on all these fucking retards. It's insane. And everyone else. As I was yelling at someone today when I was doing an interview, it's like, what do you think about this politician, that politician? I go, listen, they do what they do. Everyone else go find a mirror and figure out what the fuck you did as it pertained to this. Because they could have never pulled it off without you.